Hello guys, I hope you all are doing good. I am Vaishali Kikan and we are discussing the VLSI technology. Today in this session we are going to talk about the advanced concepts of etching as we are discussing the etching process. I hope you all have seen the previous videos. If you have still not watched the previous videos on the etching process, I recommend you to watch them first because today we are going to discuss about the photoresist dry strip as well as we are going to discuss about the dry chemical etching. For that you must know the previous topics that I have already discussed about the basics of the etching, the types and its different usages as well. And I hope you will be staying with me till the end of this video so that you will be getting a lot of new information. So now coming to the photoresist dry strip, what it is. So I have the photolithography process also. In the photolithography process, again I am removing out the layer of the photoresist, but here also we are removing out the layer of the photoresist. So these two processes are different. Now I should know how these two processes are different and where I can use the photolithography process to remove the photoresist layer and where I have to use the dry etching process to remove the photoresist layer. Okay, so the photolithography process can be used to make the mask. Okay, in the last video where I was discussing about the metallic interconnection or the metal etching, there I told you I am making the mask so that I can etch out the metal from the particular place, and the mask I am making with the help of photolithography process. Now after that I was using the chlorine. The chlorine was used as the etchant to etch out the metals. Okay, so now when I used chlorine, then the photoresist can be getting contaminated with the help of this chlorine, and this chlorine containing photoresist in future can react with the underneath metal layer and it can corrode the metal. So the corrosion process will be happening with the photoresist on the metal layer, and this is the reason I want to remove this photoresist, and for the removal I am using the dry photoresist stripping process. I hope now you understood where I am using the dry photoresist stripping process and where I am using the photolithography process to remove out the photoresist layer. Okay, so here I will be using a remote plasma source which is generating the free radicals only. It is not getting me any ion bombardment. So the system will be devoid of ion bombardment. It will be generating some free radicals. These free radicals will be reacting with the photoresist and they will be dissolving out the photoresist layer. Okay, so we will be seeing in detail what are the various reactions that are happening. So it is a high pressure system. I am using the microwave plasma over here. Okay, so it is very important to strip out chlorine containing photoresist after the metal etching to avoid the metal corrosion. I hope you understood this. I have already explained this. This process is done in situ with the etch process in the cluster tool only. So wherever I was using the metal etching process, in situ means in the same place, in the same equipment I am doing the photoresist dry stripping as well. Okay, so it will be improving the throughput as well as the yield. So now coming to the chemistry, here I am not using any iron, here I am using the radicals. So H2O will be dissociating into its radicals, that is hydrogen and the oxygen atom radical. So this hydrogen atom will be reacting with the chlorine which is present in the photoresist and it will be forming the HCl. The oxygen will be reacting with the photoresist and it will be forming H2O, CO, carbon monoxide and the CO2 gas. A special care need to be exhaust this carbon monoxide gas because this is a highly toxic gas. Otherwise this process is a very beneficial process if done carefully. So now this is the full process. Here we are using the H2O and the O2 gas as the source gases which are going into the plasma. The plasma is giving some energy with the help of microwaves to these gases, and these are making the free radicals of hydrogen and the oxygen. So these free radical of hydrogen and oxygen will be reacting with the wafer which is present on the heated chunk over here. So this is my process chamber. So the exhaust gases will be released from here and they are going to the pump from here. So H2O, CO2 and the HCl are the released gases. Okay, so I hope now you understood the full process here. Now coming to the dry chemical etching. We have already discussed about the wet chemical etching. In the dry chemical etching, we are using some dry chemicals, like we are using some dry gases. The gases will be reacting here. Don't confuse it with the ion bombardment. In the ion bombardment, I have ions bombarded on the surface. They are not reacting with the surface atoms. They are just breaking the bonds of the surface atom due to the high transfer of energy. But in the chemical etching, we have the chemicals which are coming to the substrate and they are reacting with the surface atoms. Okay, so this is the chemical process with the help of the gases. Okay, so because the gases are involved here, the water is not involved here, it is the dry chemical etching. So we have some unstable gases like XeF2 and ozone, which is used as the etchants. Okay, so we will be using a remotely generated plasma to form the radicals of these gases, and this process is completely free of ion bombardment. We will be having thin film stripping and the wine glass contact etching with the dry chemical etching process. It is done in situ with RIE chambers on one frame only. Okay, so whenever I am doing the RIE process, there only I will be doing the dry chemical etching. So in the nitride strip, in local oxidation of silicon and STI, we are using the dry chemical etching. In the nitride and the polysilicon stripping, in the PBL process, we are using the dry chemical etching. Now coming to the blanket dry etch. Here I am not using any photoresist, I am not making any mask, I am removing the full layer. So this is the blanket dry etch. So here we are using the etchback and the film strip. So we can use the argon sputtering etch also if I am using the argon ions to hit the substrate material and to break the bonds. So here I will be using the argon sputtering. So argon sputtering can be used to remove the dielectric material. If I have the dielectric thin film, I want to remove it, I will be using the argon sputtering, because the dielectric removal is quite a complicated task, and there I will be using the argon sputtering. I can use the native oxide cleaning prior to the metal deposition process, and for the cleaning purposes I can use the blanket dry etch. Okay, so it can be used in the RIE etchback system also. It can be used in line with the dielectric chemical vapor deposition. It can be used for the sidewall spacer formation and for the photoresist or SOG planarization etchback process. Okay, so you can see over here how we have the chemical vapor deposition of O3 and TeOS to remove the USG layer. Okay, so this is the etching of USG layer. So you can see the etchback process. In the etchback process, the upper layer is getting removed, but when the upper layer is getting removed, we have the sidewall spacer. Okay, because the free radicals are not coming and they are not reacting with this sidewall, so we will be having these sidewalls present here on the N type of doped region. But actually over the gate oxide only we want the polysilicon, but here we have the sidewall spacer as well. So I hope now you understood how we have some limitations also present in the various types of etching system. So I hope you understood all of the things that I have discussed in this video. If you have still any doubt, you can refer these books or you can put the doubt in the comment. I will be trying to resolve your doubt as soon as possible. I hope you like this session. If you like it, please push the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also do share it with your friends. Thank you so much.